Good morning. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing okay. Oh, maybe. A little bit tired. Probably stayed up and probably did too much last night. Um, had the listing party last night. Hung out for, I think it started at 5 and we ended up about 10-ish. We ended it. So, and then I know I said I was going to start it at 4:30, and then I got busy with I was cleaning out um, the closet. I was looking for something, and then I ended up cleaning it out, pulling everything out of there, and so I kind of got myself into a situation, and so I ended up cleaning the rest of it out last night. Let's see. Let's get out of there. Let's go find the chat. Make sure it can be heard. So I woke up a little, well, I went to bed, what time did I go to bed? 10? No, 12. It was around 12. And I woke up at 5. So I'm kind of feeling it this morning. uh, Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Cindy. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Good morning, Amelia. Bridget says that's the only time my closet gets clean if I am looking for something and it comes out. Then I have to clean it to get it back in. I was looking for a book that I was sure that I had. I don't know. Maybe I'm not too sure. Um, and so it's like, well, if it's a book, it's got to be in the closet because that's really the only place that I put books. And so I started looking. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere. So, but yeah, I ended up taking on. I actually, it was a good thing that I did that because I ended up finding some pictures of Mike. I had gotten probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago from his parents. I was going to scan all the pictures. And so when Mike died, they were going to use those pictures. And they didn't, I didn't know where they were. So, they weren't able to use, a lot of the pictures. We just kind of, everybody had pictures from like Facebook and stuff like that. So we kind of just used those. But that sucked that, we weren't able to use those younger pictures of him. But guess I was supposed to find them yesterday. I found a Valentine's Day card from Mike and a little thing that he had bought me for my birthday, and so I guess I was supposed to find those. So everything happens for a reason, right? And then what else did I? Oh, so I was getting ready to turn off the computer and everything, and I thought, well, while I'm here at the computer, I'm gonna work on my what is it? My printer, because my printer wasn't working. My Dymo. So worked on that. Still nothing. I couldn't get anything done with that. And so, yep, that's right. Little ways, his little ways to letting you know he's still with you. Yep. And so last night after I got off of the hangout, I went in there and put everything away, came in here, messed with the computer, trying to get the printer to work, unplugged the printer, said, well, it'll just rest overnight. Maybe that'll do it. So I woke up at 5. So that was 12. I went to bed, woke up at 5, and came in here and started messing with the printer again. Finally got it working. So, but yeah, his parents will be ecstatic to know that we still have those pictures.
What pictures? What
What
pictures?
pictures? They were pictures of Mike's family, and let's see, they I had borrowed them because I was going, what is wrong with this thing? I borrowed them to scan them.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. Hang on just a second. Okay, I think I got it. Can you hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I got them to scan, and this was probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Oh.
Um, and I had thought that I gave them back. Well, when Mike died, they couldn't find those pictures.
Oh.
And so they couldn't use those pictures for the funeral,
Oh.
which sucked. They were kind of perturbed with me or whatever, but that I couldn't, I thought I gave them back. They were like, no, you didn't.
Mm.
So anyway, um, yeah, I guess I was supposed to find them today.
So you found them?
Yeah, found a whole lot of them. So
Wow.
I don't know. So his mom and dad are going to be ecstatic
Yeah.
to get those back. So that'll be fun. It's crazy. Craziness. Pure craziness. But
So did you get your closet all cleaned out?
yeah, I didn't find what I was looking for. I was looking for a book, but yeah,
Mm.
I didn't find it. So guess I'll have to rebuy that one.
Yeah.
That's okay. But so I'm a little tired this morning. I didn't get much sleep. I think I slept maybe 4 hours.
Oh man.
12 to 5.
Maybe it'll be a nap day.
So you're going to get all kinds of yawns, and I apologize in advance.
Do you got your coffee?
I have it brewing. I
Okay.
don't know if that's going to make a difference, but I don't know.
I went in and sat on the edge of the bed and I contemplated. I was like, even at the end of my shift, which usually I don't get tired when I'm at work, but I was like having trouble keeping my eyes open because I took a nerve pill while I was at work
Mm,
because my foot was hurting.
hmm
So so at the end of my shift, I'm like, uh trying to keep my eyes open, and I told Teresa my eyes won't stay open. Like walking around trying to blink really hard.
yeah. Well, anytime that you feel like, if you feel like you need to go to sleep, yeah, you go right
I'll
on
be
ahead.
I'll be all right.
My feet are really bothering me. Maybe
Like
it's like
swollen.
no, my heels are just killing me.
Yeah.
So I might have to do some of that Epsom salt
Yeah.
That actually seemed to help a lot. So I'll
Morning,
try that.
Bridget.
I'll try it again.
That's cool, Sue.
Yeah.
I sold 2 bags of popcorn this morning.
Good for you.
I only made $5, but I paid, so I actually made 3. Plus, I might make some on the shipping. So, I mean, it's not, I didn't lose anything. So,
Yeah.
it's all right with me. Hi, Nikki.
That is okay.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, it might be in that day. Ugh.
It's rainy here.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Raining here too.
Oh, yucky.
So so it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days, and then it's supposed to snow for 3 days. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What?
Sorry.
It's okay.
My daughter's dog is really picking me off. He's chewing everything up, and I'm ready to just boot him out.
Yeah.
He chewed my husband's $400 inhaler last night.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And Gary just got it, so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I guess it did snow.
Yeah, I think Johnny's supposed to have a blizzard. He's going to be in a blizzard tomorrow. Supposed to get like 2 foot of snow.
Wow.
He can have it.
Yeah, this weekend we're supposed to get a foot or 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's us too.
I think it's supposed to start tonight and go in tomorrow, and I think that's what I read. Sorry about the yawns. I can't help it. I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's like I think I'm gonna start calling April a November, April-November.
Say that 3 times fast.
April-November. April-November. Yep, that's what it is. April-November.
Oh my gosh.
Because it seems like November all over again.
It just seems like this winter is just not going to end. Like today it's supposed to be 80. And then tomorrow I can't remember what tomorrow's supposed to be, but I know the weekend's supposed to be cold. Like 35. Yeah. So we go from 80 to 35, back up to 80. I gotta go.
Just enough to make everybody sick. That's all it is.
Yeah. I gotta go let rain go in. But
it's a month-long April Fool's Day. Spring is here, sun and warmth, downpour snow, gotcha, no work for you. Yeah, I always usually get like a congestion, and I'll have like a load of phlegm, and then it's so gross, but that's exactly what it is. It's like congestion and phlegm and like
yucky stuff.
Yeah, and it's just because it's trying to get warm, but it's not quite warm yet. So with all that humidity, rain, and and everything. It's like, I like rain, actually. I really like rain, and it relaxes me, but I just can't handle it whenever it gets so humid, and then it rains, and then it's hot, and then it rains, and then it's cold. It's like, oh my God, make up your mind. I feel like I'm going in and out of a cooler, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Sally, come to the Pacific Northwest.
I know. I love Oregon. I really do. Um,
I do too.
yeah, it's really pretty there. And my favorite place in Oregon is what is it called? Um oh, I can't remember what it's called. But it's a like white sanded beach almost.
Mm.
Um
Is it Reed? It's not Reedsport.
Newport?
no, I lived in Reedsport,
Okay.
Newport?
but
Newport?
Newport. Newport Beach,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful there.
Oh, it is so pretty. Oh, you're on the Washington side. I used to live in Washington too, in Shelton. Hi, Todd.
Hey.
Yeah, cut it. Can't handle that shit this morning.
No, not
Oh, gonna be one of those mornings, eh?
Mm-hmm.
easy on the ears, buddy.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have been warned.
I feel like I have a I don't know, hangover or something. I didn't even drink.
That sucks. You should have got drunk last night.
I feel like that this morning too.
Oh man.
Oh,
I couldn't sleep last night.
Me neither. Those damn customers wouldn't let me.
Yeah. Every time you started snoozing, wake up, Sally. I want to pay for this. Oh, just go ahead and take it. We'll put it on your tab.
mm, gosh.
Well, how you doing, Todd?
Well, if it don't rain, it pours. It's just,
Oh.
What?
oh, my mechanic called me yesterday. Oh yeah, we got that new engine in the truck and it's running like a top. So I went and got it this morning and it chugged all the way home and the flash engine light came on.
Oh no.
Wow.
And I had to go ahead and drive it home because I lived 25 miles and Gwen dropped me off and she went on to work. And so it was either drive the chuggy truck all on. So I guess I'll take it back to him Monday.
Shoot, you tell him to come and get it
Yeah.
and
You
fix
know,
it.
Yeah, you should.
You can fix it, right?
he does a good job usually. So
Well,
anyway, and then, you know, the customer who had their turntable dropped,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we went all through the claim stuff with FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
And I called FedEx a couple of days ago and they said, oh, yeah, we settled with the buyer and they're going to get their payment. Okay. And then I get a check in the mail. I'm like,
Oh.
why did I get the payment?
Mm-hmm.
So I messaged the customer. I didn't tell him I got a check, and I said, "Have you gotten paid yet?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "No, not yet. We're gonna maybe call them in a day or two." I was like, "Huh." So yeah, I expect this money's not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. So, like, how does that work then? So the customer paid you, and then did you didn't refund, right?
No, we had lots and lots of conversations back and forth on.
Yeah.
So I talked to the eBay rep, and they said, "Well, don't do anything yet." And then,
Yeah, that's what
So
Bridget says. She says she
so
gets
yeah.
a check and FedEx from FedEx, and then she refunds the customer.
yeah, but why would the Fed? When I called FedEx, they said they settled with the buyer, that there had been a waiver. I said, I never turned in a waiver to the buyer to let them handle it.
Hmm.
And so we left it there. So I thought the buyer was getting a check, and then yesterday afternoon I get the check. So I mean, it'll be all right. I got paid.
Right.
So if this is the buyer's money, then I'll just go ahead and send it on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually $34.15 more than the customer paid originally.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I should try to talk the buyer into letting me keep that part. Probably not. I should probably just send it all just to be nice. Because I'm a nice person.
Well, then they're going to send you a message. Why you sent me too much?
No, they knew how much the settlement was going to be.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because
Bridget says
I
you only.
told them earlier.
Bridget said you only refund him what he paid, and you keep the rest.
Well,
Yeah.
but they know the check is,
How
well,
do they know?
because I told them.
Well, that was dumb.
Well, when I thought they were getting reimbursed directly, I messaged them and said, "Hey, congratulations on getting the reimbursement. I understand they're sending you a check, and you're getting more than you paid."
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I guess I'm a dumbass.
No.
I'm a $34.15 dumbass.
Well, you learned your lesson. Next time, just don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Creating happy Mondays. You girls let Todd be a nice person now. Quit it. Thank you, Creating Happy Mondays, for backing me up on my stupidity. You're awesome.
So Jennifer said you can't refund him more than what he paid. Doesn't matter what they know.
Well, yeah, you
Um,
can. You can send the regular refund, and then you can also just send them a PayPal friends and family.
there you go. I don't know if
Maybe,
I do that. I don't know if I do that.
Well, I'll message the customer and talk to them.
I probably. I don't know. How would you handle that, Nikki?
But
How would you refund him?
I always refund the buyer right away, and then I take care of refunds with the company myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't do any friends or friends and family of her to refund him though.
Yeah. Well, they
What?
were being pretty nice, letting the FedEx claim play out before they got their refund.
Right.
You did it, friends and family?
No, he hasn't done it yet, but he was talking about
Oh.
it.
Why would
But
you do it, friends and family?
so there's no fees.
No, not the original amount they paid. I'll refund them the $350 that they paid, the regular refund,
Oh, the amount that
Okay.
they gave you in the check.
That
and then
extra.
the $34.15 over the settlement from FedEx. Probably send it friends and family.
Yeah, just tell them, like Jennifer says, just tell them you made a mistake and keep the rest.
Yeah.
That's for that's kind of for your troubles too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you be nice. You do what you need to do. It's all good. No
yeah.
worries.
Now, is that guy a seller? Because if that guy doesn't have a business account, you sending him money isn't going to charge him. I don't think. Or does it? I don't think on a private account or on a personal account it charges. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it charges you.
Mm,
If you just send friends and family, it doesn't cost. I don't know.
Plus, if you put it in PayPal as a refund,
it always charges you.
No, PayPal won't allow you to refund more than the buyer paid.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I do plan on refunding through eBay so I can get my what you
Final
call
value
it,
fees.
the eBay fee back.
Yeah. Good morning, Flippin' Hustler.
Morning.
Morning.
So my
Oh,
eBay fee will actually be more than that $34, won't it? eBay and PayPal fee.
probably.
Yeah.
So I get to keep the $350 plus I'll get my fees back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually making a little bit of money on that, even if I go ahead and send them the other $34.
So how's the garage sale going? Coming
Slow
slow.
but steady. I'll be ready.
Good.
Are you having that this weekend?
Yeah, I need to make like $10,000 at it because I got to pay for a car repair and
Today's
Good luck
Thursday,
on
though.
all
Aren't
that.
you starting it today?
huh?
Aren't you starting it today? Today's Thursday.
No, it starts tomorrow.
Oh,
It's a Friday, Saturday countywide garage sale.
oh. I'm sniffly today.
So what else is going on? I still
Mm,
haven't packed my 32 orders.
32 orders.
Nah, just kidding.
I was
5.
like, well, you better get busy.
Mm, it's gonna take you a while.
I still got about 5 to pack up.
I just had 2 this morning. I had one from Macari. I listed it, and about 2 minutes after I listed it, it sold, which
Awesome.
was
Wow.
awesome. Very cool.
Somebody had a search open for that item.
I'm sure. And then I had some pink Victoria's Secret yoga pants.
Mm.
So, yeah, it didn't sell for much. I think it was $22. Just a CPAP mask. But
That's good though.
it
Whoa,
was good.
Well, get it.
Somebody's a cha-chinging.
It's Todd.
6 items I gotta pack up.
There you go.
You just buy that little watch. I'll let you.
Yeah, I think Macari is a good pretty good platform. I mean, I've had stuff over there for a couple weeks, but it's just been clothing. So I think I'm going to start putting some hard goods over there and see how they do.
That's a good idea.
You know,
I haven't had luck with Macari at all. But I didn't have like hundreds of items over there either.
right?
I sold.
I'm too unorganized to cross post.
Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you creating.
Yeah, it's hard for me too, but I'm trying to get around that and not be so unorganized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have to open a Macari.
I wish they synced.
I know.
I wish they synced account. That would be a lot better. And Melly Sells says, I finally got my husband interested in reselling and started him on Macari. That's good.
Mm.
Jennifer said she sold more oil warmers on Macari than clothing.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good place to put stuff and.
Yeah, I don't have an Etsy either. I haven't made one.
I don't have anything listed over there.
Good morning, Karen.
I like Etsy though.
Morning, Karen.
Karen got me a jewelry jar.
She did?
Morning, Karen.
Mm-hmm. She did.
Cool.
It's going to be loaded with gold.
Gosh, I hope.
A little bit of platinum.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Jim. Good morning, by the way. He wants to do dishes on. When I seen that, I was like, "You want to do dishes? What in the world?"
Who
I
wants
was
to
like,
do dishes?
"Well, you can come here and do mine." But yeah.
Morning, Jim.
Who's filing their nails?
Me. I had this one nail that was kind of like long, and I try to keep my nails while I'm working. Usually, if I work 4 days, all my nails are gone. From opening opening like cases and stuff, and I'll break them off, stocking. I just like my nails just are crap, and then I'm off for 2 or 3 days and they all grow out.
Yeah, Sally doesn't have a problem with her nails growing out. I know that for sure. They got dug into me several times when I was a kid.
And that's my defense against Brandon now too. Like if he starts tickling me or something, it's my first go-to is I dig him with my nails. He hates it. Tells me he doesn't clip them whenever I'm asleep. And I remember that you and Amy and Johnny used to tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
We're going to clip those suckers out when you're asleep. And I don't grow them like super long.
No.
just a little bit above the nail bed. But, yeah, everybody's always hated my nails because I use them as defense. I fight dirty. I'm not filing it with the pointed daggers.
Sally Karen asked you a question.
Oh, what? Yeah, that's fine. If you dump everything into a plastic bag, it's fine.
Oh.
Pink says, do you file your nails into pointed daggers?
I'm not. But they just get like I had one that nearly went into the quick. I was like peeling it, and it nearly went into the quick because it broke off. So I had to file that one and get it. And it hurts.
My nails look great with garage sale dirt underneath them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my nails usually look like too.
One time when I was in second grade, we had this. I mean, I had like the best teacher ever, but she ended up leaving mid-year because she was she was having a baby. Anyways, we got this. Me and substitute teacher for the rest of the year. Miss Foster was her name, or Ms. Foster, and I ended up my sister had an iron plugged in, and I started playing with it. Well, I ended up dropping it on my arm, and I ended up burning my arm on the inside of my arm.
Oh.
Anyways, I had this huge scab from it. Well, anyways, this one kid made fun of me. They used to say Nikki gave a hickey on Ricky's dicky. And yeah, and I didn't barely even knew what that stuff was. But anyway, I said something kind of nasty to him, like shut up or something. It wasn't really that bad. I was pretty naive back then. I was only in second grade,
Right.
Anyway, she yelled at me and she goes, Nicole, you can't talk to people like that in my class. And she grabbed me by the arm and she had these big, huge, long witch nails. And she ended up scratching me and pulling that scab off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my mom was pissed. My mom came down on that woman like you were, like Grant took Richmond, boy. She just, my mom was so pissed. She's like, don't you ever touch my daughter again. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it wasn't even that bad a thing I said, and yeah, she was,
she's all over
she
you.
ended up squirting me. She ended up squirting me in the eyes with Windex too one day.
Oh my gosh.
Those overhead projector. And I wasn't a bad kid. I was a good kid. I wasn't, I was picked on and teachers either ignored it or didn't hear it, one or the other. They were just better at hiding it than I was,
Yeah.
And anyways, she one of those overhead projector things with the clear plastic piece that they would put on those overhead projectors that they'd write on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I was sitting there at the table with her, and we were going over these. I was bad at math, and we were going over these cat whatever. Anyways, she ended up holding it up in front of her and spraying it with the Windex, and she missed and sprayed me right directly in the eyes. Another time, my mom was. Oh, my mom went around with that woman. Woo! My mom was so angry at that woman. But she still ended up being our teacher the rest of the year. She never got fired for all that crap she did.
Yeah, that's how I stayed teaching 33 years.
Spraying kids in the face with Windex.
Oh, yeah, she was a horrible woman. Oh. Yeah, today she would have gotten fired and put in jail, yeah. Oh, she was a mean woman. Oof. Well, she was nice to the popular kids, the kids that were making fun of me. She was nice to them. We had issues at school. One teacher would fuss every time, so I told her I'd be in her trash can. That was a fun teacher conference. Yeah, I bet. I had my third grade teacher also, Mrs. Benson, which I felt bad saying mean things to her because she ended up with Lou Gehrig's disease. But God, she was a horrible woman when she was a teacher. And everybody was asking if they could go to the. Too many people asked if they could go to the bathroom that day, and I asked if I could go to the bathroom, please, and she said no. All you guys are just doing it to get out of class. I was like, no, I really got to go to the bathroom. And she's like, no, just sit down. I ended up peeing my pants. I was so mad. Another time, my mom got pissed off at the teacher. She was like, my mom was like, you don't make kids hold it. You know, that's bad for them. You know, and got my mom. Yeah.
My
And
second
the thing
grade
was, is I
teacher.
was a good kid, you know, and nobody could figure out why they were so mean to me. But that happens at schools. When kids get bullied, the teachers start bullying them too. Have you ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. The teachers will bully you just as much as the kids will.
Yeah, it's like you're a magnet or something, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And there was no reason why people should have bullied me. I mean, I was a dancer. I played the accordion, but maybe that was it. I don't know. I was skinny. I was friendly, you know, but I don't know. I didn't understand why everybody was so mean to me. But, oh well, it's I mean, it's not like I have deep psychological problems revolving around it or anything. My parents came in there like bats out of hell on the school about that. Yeah.
My second grade teacher was so mean, but I didn't care because she looked like Jackie Kennedy. She was so beautiful. She could paddle me with that little ping pong paddle, and I just go, "Thank you, Mrs. Dixon."
Oh my God.
May I have another?
Every time she walked by, my little heart went pity pat.
That's cute.
She was
I knew you
beautiful
were a freak.
and she dressed
I
just
knew
like
it.
Jackie Kennedy, which that was the year Kennedy was killed, so Jackie was all over the news.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah.
She was a very pretty woman.
Sherry says, yeah, that's not creepy at all, Todd.
What? That my heart went pity pat when Mrs. Dixon walked past me?
Whenever she spanked you.
Oh.
Oh, no, I was getting attention,
That
man.
part.
Oh, Jesus, I refuse to believe a dancing accordion player was not in the popular group at elementary. I was bullied all through school until I started beating people up. Ninth grade, I started beating people up, and then people stopped teasing me in high school.
Yep.
Because they knew they'd get their ass kicked if they did.
You gotta turn that around.
Oh,
I remember my second grade teacher tied a boy to his chair because he kept getting up.
nice.
That's awful.
Yeah. I had a teacher throw a desk at me. This
Oh
guy
my
was like psycho. He was our math teacher. And he was like in love with Sledgehammer. Do you remember that show, Sledgehammer?
Mm-hmm.
That guy that liked guns and whatever. I mean, he was just a weirdo. But anyways, he was like totally in love with that guy. And he thought he was Sledgehammer. And he was always talking about guns and everything else. I mean, the guy was just a psycho. Anyways, I don't remember what the reason was, but I told him to shut up. And I might have been on a line that day. I don't remember exactly what the circumstance was. But anyways, I remember him coming over and told me if I didn't shut up, he was gonna make me pay. And I was like, whatever, and I was just an asshole, you know. Well, anyways, I was having a bad day. Anyways, he ended up throwing a desk at me. Another time my
Oh.
mom had to go down there and whoop a teacher into shape.
I had a teacher named Mr. Moore
I
that
was
was
gonna say,
notorious for throwing chairs, desks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a off day if he didn't throw a desk or a chair across the
Yeah.
room. I mean, he was
Just crazy.
he was horrible. And
Oh, then
like
I had
when you spoke to him like in a, because he was probably, I don't know, maybe 6'7". He was very, very tall, very you know, intimidating. I was scared to death of him. And but when he talked, he had this, it wasn't like a overwhelming voice or anything like that. I mean, it was just, he was a very light talker, very calm. When like my dad talked to him, and it was just very calm and very, like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know, maybe he just kind of played the role so my dad would think I was a crazy one, not him, I guess. But thank God that was only a 1 year.
OJ says my sixth grade math teacher would bend your fingers back and spank your palm with her ruler if you were slow reciting your multiplication facts. Public school.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. I remember in Westfield there was which was elementary school. Ironically our principal's name was Mr. Job, which Job is what my son's name is. And so we always heard that Mr. Job like always spanked like anybody that went to his office. He spanked them with this ruler that he had sitting on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like one of those big
Like
paddles.
a yardstick?
No, it was a paddle.
Oh, it was a paddle.
Yeah. And he spanked with the paddle. And I just remember like anytime I ever had to go to the office and I passed by his his office, I could see that paddle on the wall and it just made me shiver.
I never got anything.
I knew at least 2 kids, if not 3, that I could think of right now that were spanked with that paddle. So it just always made me cringe.
I had an orchestra teacher, Mr. Peterson, and we were making fun of him because he had a comb over. Every time we go anywhere, this comb over would fly up in the air and it would be waving up in the air. Well, me and this other, I was an asshole about it. Me and this other kid were making fun of him. Well, he overheard us, and he got so mad he ended up slamming a cello up against on the floor and breaking this cello into smithereens. And I was like, "You're a freaking psycho." And I was like, and so then that made him even more mad. So then he came and he grabbed my stand in front of me, and I used to play violin, and he was gonna hit me with it, and then he settled down and then he just slammed it on the ground and broke it. And
Wow.
he's like, there, now you don't have a stand. And I was like, ooh, hurt me. Like it's your stand. It's like, a music stand, I was like, how's that gonna hurt me? That was when I was playing violin. I played cello and everything, but yeah, that was when I was playing violin. I was like, you're an idiot if you think that hurts me. I didn't buy that stand,
That's crazy.
Well, then he said he was gonna charge my parents for the cello and the stand, and I was like hell you are. This was in junior high. I was like, no, you're not. You broke it. Well, here there were video cameras in the music room, luckily. And so But he still never got fired.
It's crazy.
Because my mom and dad, he called my mom and dad and told my mom and dad that they had to pay. And my mom and dad are like, just pissed at me, you know. And I was like, no, you are not paying nothing. I said, he totally broke that stuff himself.
Yeah.
And and I says, there's video cameras in the music room. I said, because they were having problems with vandalism and stuff. And so they ended up installing cameras in the music room. And I told my mom and dad, I said, tell them to play back them tapes. I said, he totally went psycho.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for what I said to him, but my parents weren't happy with me, you know, but they still ended up not having to pay.
That's good.
Yeah, it's some psycho teachers, man.
Yeah, they could get away with a lot of stuff more than they can nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, normally he was a nice guy, but yeah, if you really pissed him off, he would like go from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
0 to crazy.
Yeah.
I sold a
But you know,
keyboard. I'll
honestly,
be right back.
I can't blame them. I mean, here they are putting up with everybody's asshole kids, and they
Yeah.
can't spank.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. You can't do anything. Yeah.
I wasn't perfect.
Bridges says now you can't even tell a kid no.
Yeah.
Yep. I wouldn't be in that profession for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people out there, they're meant to be in that profession. They are meant to teach kids, and they have patience, and yeah. Not me.
I probably already told y'all this story, but Mr. Glass, the principal, had to spank a boy for cussing at a teacher, so you always had to have a witness for a spanking, you know, so
Oh boy.
the band hall is close to the principal's office, so he'd usually come and get me, so went in there one time. He always grabbed the kid by the belt loop. He never swatted the girls, but he always grabbed the kids by the belt loop. So he grabbed a hold of that belt loop, and on his backstroke, that kid was so scared he just farted. And I couldn't stop laughing. And it just broke his forward stroke. He just barely followed through and just barely tapped that kid on the backside with that paddle. You know, it was just like tick, because he started laughing too. And Mr. Glass said, "Well, I was going to give you 2 swats, but I can't now." And so Mr. Glass and I started laughing again. And the kid was still trying to get over his shakes because he was so nervous about getting his swats. So he let the kid go, and he's, don't cuss at your teacher anymore. Yes, sir, Mr. Glass. I won't do it again. And when the kid laughed, he said, "Don't you ever start laughing when I'm giving a swat again." And I said, "I couldn't help it." And I know. You better get back to that god dang band hall, or I'm gonna give you swats too. Okay, I'm out of here. And God, for the whole rest of the week, every time I saw Mr. Glass, I couldn't stop laughing.
I'd be on the floor rolling. I'd lose all composure.
And I don't think that kid ever cussed out a teacher ever again.
Bet he didn't.
I said he was blessed.
Oh my gosh. Shelly says my daughter is an aide for the behavior uh, problem kids in high school, and she loves it. She is one of those special people that does well in that position. She might need to help her brother soon. There's people that are, I mean, they're just
They were born to be
that's
teachers.
that's what they need. That's where they need to go.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. There are still teachers out there who do it for the love of teaching. You know.
yeah, that's true, Hank. At least it was just a fart. A shark would have made it worse.
I know. Uh,
Yeah, I would have lost. I would have lost it.
That would have been hilarious.
yeah, kids getting swats. They all, every one of them have a different personality about it. Some of them are scared to death. Some of them are nervous. Some of them are, yeah, I deserve it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them, principal would talk to them. The kid would go, I know. Let's just get over with, please. And
That's right. There are teachers out there that you can tell that they really truly care about the kids.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I had teachers like that you could tell just they truly cared about you. And yeah, you always were a little more partial to them and you didn't give them as many
yeah,
problems.
when the state of Texas was kind of encouraging schools not to give SWATs anymore, gosh, it's been 20 years ago. Um, our parents got together and came to school and said, "No, we're going to keep that rule in our school handbook. That's going to be part of our
Huh.
um, that's going to be part of our
Like the discipline or
discipline plan or whatever.
yeah. Yep.
We're not going to take corporal punishment out of the school just because the state said, and the state did say, yeah, individual school districts can make up their own policies about it, but
Yeah. Morning,
um,
Mike.
most of the
I
time
had this
nowadays, kids go to, if they're bad enough to get SWATs, they go to in-school suspension. So
Yeah.
um, that's kind of a poor. Used to be kids got jerked up, swatted, sent back to class.
Yep.
Um,
But I think that they do that. I mean, I'm sure that schools going to school and stuff has always been like a social time, and so they kind of take that social aspect away, with in school suspension. So
yeah, it's
I had this one teacher, Mr. Gassler. He was an economics teacher. And he was an old guy and just a nice teacher. Well, anyways, when I started in high school, and I started in his class, he goes, Miss Bellotti. He goes, are you going to be like your sister or are you going to be like your brother? Because I had my brother. My brother was a bad kid. My sister was perfect. And he's like, I says, no, I'm not going to be like either one of them. I'm going to be like me.
good answer.
He's like, oh boy. He goes, well, we'll see. and and he was just such a nice teacher. I mean, he was just funny, and he was always trying to raise money for a third world country, and he would buy a cow for a third world country,
mm,
and he always had this thing where he would every year would wear a leisure suit and an old ugly leisure suit, and he would wear it every day until we raised enough money to buy a cow for a third world country. Or, excuse me, 3 cows for a third world country.
Wow.
Because that was his big thing. He's like, not 1, not 2, but 3 cows for a third world country. He did that little curl of his tongue, you know. Anyways, at the end of it, it always ended up, we raised it before the bonfire, the annual bonfire. And so, you know, a lot of times the kids would carry him out and take that leisure suit off him and burn it in the bonfire. He did it every year. And it was just a good time, you know. And yeah, he was just such a great teacher. He let me take my final 6 times. God, I had a hard time with economics. I just couldn't get, it was so boring. I just couldn't get it. And I tried so hard because he was such a good teacher.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am not going to let you fail. He goes, because it was my senior year. He says, Miss Blotty, I am not going to let you fail. He says, I do not want you in my class next year. For just being a goofball, you know. And he would stay after school and he would tutor me, and I mean he was just such a good teacher. I ended up because that year the school board had just passed the rule that you couldn't get D's anymore. You either got a C or an F, you
Right.
know. And there were no more D's. And keep getting a D, but enough for a D, but there was no such thing as D's. So
Mhm.
I kept missing that C. So he kept working with me, and finally, like 6 times, I took that final, and I finally made it. But yeah, he would stay after school. He would have lunch in his office for me waiting. We'd go and do lunch together, and I mean he was just such a nice teacher. Just a great man. And he truly cared about every kid he had, you know.
Mhm.
And every kid knew that. Every kid just loved him, you know.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, he was
I'm
a
getting a
good
little
teacher.
gerflacked here. Gerflunked. What do you call it?
He just passed away a couple years ago, and yeah, there was a huge here. It was a huge funeral, and I mean, there were so many kids, or so many people that of his past students
Mhm.
that went there, and yeah, he was just an amazing, amazing person.
Right,
What's
Grandma
a
Man.
Yeah,
Classics. Common Core crap. These poor kids are so stressed and lost. Yeah, they act out more. It's true.
yeah. I don't know what it was about economics, but I just could not get it. I don't know what it was. I mean, now if I read about economics, or I mean, I understand the whole point of it,
Mhm.
but at the time, boy, I just could not get it. And I wasn't a dumb kid. I just could not. I just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
well, great.
What?
I just looked at the weather. The first day of my garage sale, we have an 80% chance of rain.
Oh no, lovely.
And I have a carport. I don't have a garage to have it in. Nikes.
Mhm.
You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Got some FC when these were available. Yeah, and I don't know if on the 6th time if he just made it so it worked. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I really truly
Hey,
passed. He just
that doesn't matter. As long as he said you pass, and that's all that matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was horrible in math and algebra. Algebra just about made it so I didn't graduate either. But me and my mom, we stayed up all night doing my past assignments and got them all done because I didn't do my assignments because I didn't like math, you know. I ended up having all these missing assignments. And me and my mom stayed up all night long down in the basement so my dad wouldn't find out. And we got all those assignments done and turned in. My teacher gave me an extension, and I got them all done and passed by the skin of my teeth. It wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't have graduated, boy.
Yeah.
Not on time, anyways.
Moms
Oh
are
my
good.
God.
Moms are famous like that.
Yeah, I had a good mom.
I have to tell you this. You're talking about math. So I would not do my math homework. And then I'd be like, you know, the morning of school, like you get to school and you're by your locker, and I'll be like, shit, I didn't do my math homework. So I would just write down random answers to the problems. I mean, they must have thought I was mentally challenged or something. I mean, I just go through and just like pick random numbers just to fill it in. That was horrible.
I think I got a 82 in every math class I ever took my whole life. Exactly, 82. I was a B minus math kid all the way through.
Wow.
I didn't like math.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You know,
I hated algebra.
I didn't pull A's till I was like maybe my second semester sophomore or by junior year I was pulling A's. But
In high school or college?
No, college. High school never. But in college. But I'll tell you, I realized something I never understood before. If you're running straight A's and you pull a B, you're screwed. You can't recover that. Because once you blow the perfect average, you're because I remember like guys would be like, oh no, I got a B. I'm like, you're complaining about a B? I'm glad if I pull a D for done. You know, I don't have to do that. But when you actually get to that point when you're pulling, now you understand why those people are so freaked out. You know, it's like a new level of stress you didn't have before. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's weird, Brandon. They don't even send homework home. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but yeah, he's in third grade and he doesn't even get any homework because we'll be like, well, how's it going or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
Well, I remember having homework until I was in junior high.
I had homework since I was in first grade.
I did too.
Oh yeah, you had to take home homework.
Other than sometimes we'd have like a book we were reading that we had to read at home, or like spelling words we had to for our spelling test every week.
I went to Catholic elementary, unless that's the difference. But oh my God, I had homework in every subject that had to be done that night to bring back the next day.
Yeah.
You know, I had math, English, spelling, theology. What else do we have? Science, and something else, I think. And we'd have homework in every subject. Well, I guess they call it religion class. It isn't like theology.
Wow, Jennifer says I have a 12th grader and an 11th grader, no homework. They never.
Yeah, it's insane.
Never had homework.
Huh.
Honestly, I mean, and probably when I was a kid, I'd be like, good, no homework. I kind of now as a parent, I wish they did have some homework so I could see what's going on. That I don't necessarily like that. I don't think, because it's like I can't see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, what he's doing, what he's studying.
Oh yeah, and like their report cards, they don't grade like A, B, C, D. They grade like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's like
meeting the
benchmark, exceeding the benchmark, not meeting the benchmark. Everything has a different number, and that's what they do. And they write little notes, and I wish they'd just go back the way it was.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's just a cat, you stupid dog.
You can teach the kid to eat a Tide Pod in school. They don't have to bring the Tide Pods home and eat them there.
Oh, God. We don't use Tide Pods.
It's just a cat. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, have you seen, speaking of Tide Pods, have you guys seen the new ad for Tide Pods? They have this special new package that's harder for kids to get into. I've got an idea. Why don't you make the Tide Pods not look like candy?
Yeah.
They just can't give it up. It's like you look at the Tide Pod, it's like that looks like a piece of candy. I can see where little babies and stuff trying to eat them. Just make it not look like candy.
Yeah.
Oh, they just can't give it up.
Yeah, if you do look at a colorful Tide Pod, they do look good. They look pretty. They're really
Yeah, they're pretty.
look good enough to eat to me, but
It
I
must have
could
been
see
like
somebody,
It must have been like the CEO's wife's idea or something to make him look like that. You know, he doesn't want to make her mad. So, oh yeah, no, it's not the color of the Tide Pods. We'll just make the bag tougher to get into for little kids.
Yeah, wasn't it like teenagers doing it? Was
Yeah,
some
they
kind
were
of
teenagers.
challenge?
Yeah. Well, have you seen videos of those kids doing that? Well, they're not kids; they're teenagers. It's a challenge. They got to eat the Tide Pod. It's pretty bad.
Well, what about this new thing?
But having
Snorting
eaten
condoms
soap
or something?
myself, when I was out there, I can't really criticize too hard.
Snorting condoms, yeah. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
what?
they're like snorting them, aren't they?
Yeah, they're snorting condoms. I don't understand that. They're snorting a condom up their nose.
And
or what?
why?
Oh man, I knew
You
a guy in
snort
college.
it. You snort it through your nose and then you spit it out your mouth. Well, I would never do that anyway because the condom would get stuck in between my nose and my mouth, and then I gotta go to the doctor and have this thing pulled out or something.
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
a guy who would do that
Either
with all
that
sorts
or
of
you
stuff.
aspirate it and it goes into your lungs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then you have a foreign object into your lungs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Try explaining your child's cause of death to the anybody. Yeah, well, he aspirated a condom. What? Oh no, it was just a challenge they were doing. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Hank says everything becomes a challenge these days. Stupid. How about the don't be an idiot challenge? There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Did you
knew a
see
guy-
that video did you see that video that I posted this morning, Jim?
No.
Uh,
Okay. It's about like the CEO of the people that make Tide. And and he's like trying out these new products, and it seems like everything he brings out like is like candy based. And he's
Oh
like,
my God,
why,
no, I
why
haven't
does everything look like candy? We're gonna get our asses sued for this, you know, and like what is it, like a Cascade pod or something for dishwashers, and it's a lollipop.
Oh my god! Yeah, seriously though, I just saw that ad for the new bag, and this is not a joke. It's a Tide ad. It's like, we're proud of our new, child safe bag or whatever. But then they show the Tide Pods spilling out of it, and they still look like freaking candy.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, when I was in school, this dude, he would shove everything up his nose. I mean, he would just like, oh yeah, I'll try this. All these different things he would inhale through his nose, and they'd come out his mouth. But his goal was to do it with a bicycle chain. But he
Oh my
hadn't
God.
quite mastered it by the time he wound up moving to a different dorm to be with his girlfriend. But yeah, that was what he was working towards. And he had, I mean, this guy was in a band. He was like 6'4", blue eye, blonde hair. The chicks would, the women would just follow him around or whatever. I mean, this guy was immensely popular, and he's still doing stupid stuff like shoving stuff up his nose. It's like this guy had it all.
Oh.
Anyway, funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You still have brains?
Well, he is the guy. I don't know if you remember this story about when I was climbing this rock wall in southern Wisconsin, and I stuck my hand. It was about 40 feet high. We're climbing this like rock cliff thing, and we're almost to the top. We're probably about 10 feet from the top, and he's about 20 feet over to my left. And I reach my hand in a hole, and I hear this. And I'm like, I look over, I'm like, hey, I just heard a noise out of this hole. It sounds like a rattlesnake or something. He goes, quit screwing around. Come on, I'm in a hurry. Let's get up to the top of this thing. Come, keep going, keep going. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, okay, you want to be a jerk now? All right. We get up to the top. I'm like, what's up your butt? He goes, yeah, I didn't want you to get bit. I'm like, bit by what? He goes, that thing that was making that rattling sound. I'm like, there's no rattlesnakes in Wisconsin. He's like, the hell they're not. And he goes, this is like Prairie du Chien. I guess there's tons of rattlesnakes there.
Huh.
Anyway, but that was the same guy who stuck the stuff up his nose. Actually saved me from a rattlesnake. So
Oh.
God.
Is that art?
No, that was just we're on some because staff retreat for the RAs. Because he was another RA in that different wing. Oh.
I'll be right back.
We were actually the school employees on a little outing playing with rattlesnakes and climbing
Okay.
cliffs. We were the ones who were supposed to keep the other kids from getting in trouble.
Oh, wow, look at these ducks they're auctioning off at the auction house.
Oh, wow.
They're mandarins.
What auction house?
Tennessee.
Oh. Oh, I'd definitely go to a duck auction.
Muscovy.
It went quiet, not even Todd's hands moving. Oh, no, there it is. Todd's alive. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes my thing kind of.
No, it's him. He's good. He's waving his hand. Oh,
Oh no, it's coming closer. It's like a scary
the
movie.
hand.
Thing.
Oh, we just got a winter storm watch. The
Oh, that
12th,
sucks.
Yeah, we got one.
the 12th through the 15th, and it says
These are white.
heavy mixed precipitation possible. Total wet snow accumulations of 3 to 6 inches with localized amount up to 10 inches. Ice accumulations of 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch are possible. And then it says expect power outages and tree damage due to the ice. Travel could be impossible.
Impossible? Did it
That's
really
what it
say
says.
impossible?
Travel could
my
be
God.
impossible.
Improbable, maybe. Whoa. You are not selling this ruler. Where the hell did you get this?
It was in a box.
Yeah, my 24-inch gauge? No, this is mine. This is my personal. What else was in that box?
I don't know.
I hope you didn't throw anything out away that was in it.
No, it was all those church keys and stuff that I was in my pocket. That was Norbert's, wasn't it?
No, this was Everett Hoover's.
How do you know?
Because it came from the office.
Oh, okay. Well, it teaches you a lesson, doesn't it? Put your shit away and I won't sell it.
This is a 24-inch gauge. He better not be plowing the mailboxes.
He's plowing somewhere. No, he's not in front of the mailbox. He's back here. I don't know. Must be plowing.
It's raining, and we have like only a couple inches of snow left. The rain is totally taking the snow down, and this idiot neighbor is out there. He plows and he pushes all the gravel from the road into our yard
Oh my gosh.
because his mailbox is on our edge of our front yard. You know how he's
It's
across the street.
Yeah, he's a total DICK.
What's that spell?
We avoid making eye contact, but when we do, I say, "What the f are you looking at?" Oh my gosh, I used to have to talk to this guy because he knows Tara. So in a civilized society, when somebody says something, you have to respond or be polite. So it's like, I can't stand this guy. We should have to talk to him. And now he had this big fight, and now I don't have to talk to him. It's awesome. Like a great weight was lifted from
He
my
didn't talk
shoulder.
to me for a long time either when Albert had that fight with him, but then he started talking to me again. When
Well, that's why I keep swearing at him, because I want to keep the fight going. I don't want it to end because I don't want to have to start talking. I'm not even really mad at him anymore. It's just I don't want I want him to think I am, so we don't have to talk. He's just an annoying twit. There, I said it.
I want to keep this fight going till I'm dead.
Yep.
or at least till I move away.
He can go make other friends. You don't need me.
That's funny.
I like when you have to yell at your kids and you're not even really mad at them because what they did really wasn't that bad, but you have to pretend you're like angry or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You try and keep a straight face.
Julie, my youngest, I didn't have to even really say anything. All I had to do was give her the look, and she was just like,
I know Brandon's like that too. It's awesome.
You can just see her little lip just quivering and everything. I didn't even have to say anything to her.
Brandon's so honest that he'll do something wrong and he'll come and tell me. And if he wouldn't have told me, I would have had no idea he did
it. He tries so hard to make us happy, you know, with what he does. He's like, you know, he wants us to be proud of him. You know, he wants us to see our approval. Me, I was such a little shit when I was a kid. I mean, I was just a hellion. I didn't care. I never thought of what will this make my parents proud of me? Who cares? You know, I was always doing horrible, naughty kid. Bad kid.
My oldest daughter was like that, always trying to please. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. I was rebel yell.
Yeah.
I was not bad with I did naughty stuff, like sneaky naughty stuff, but I wasn't like bad at home with my parents. But
I was like from The Omen or something. I was the kid that your other kids' parents would not want their kid playing with me. I was a, you know, your parents say don't play with that Carrie boy. You know, I was that kid. Fire, you know, high places. Guns. Well, never with other kids though. I always did by myself. But you know, just not. I took our pontoon boat when I was like, I don't know, 9. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I took our pontoon boat out.
Oh my God! Did they get you?
I confessed to it.
Why did you confess?
Because I was in trouble for a bunch of other stuff, and I said, "Well, while we're getting all this stuff off the table,
just come clean with all of it."
Why would you take
this buddy of mine idea that we're gonna go meet up with this other friend? So I go to his house with our family. I gotta roll the pontoon boat far enough away from the dock so when I start it won't wake up my parents. So I'm going down the river with an oar trying to roll in this pontoon boat. I finally start it. I drive it to my friend's house. We'll cut the engine, then roll up to his dock, walk all the way up to his house.
And he's in bed yet?
Yeah, he's got a note on the thing. Oh, I decide not to go. Plans off. I'm like, oh great! Now I gotta take the pontoon back. But here's the funny thing: he got busted because when he woke up his dad left for work before he woke up, and his dad saw the note on his window.
Boy. Oh my gosh!
He was already busted. It was it came clean because they found out about it later from the other parents anyway. So. Because he's got to put my name in the note. He can't just put an anonymous note. Oh yeah, the plan's off. He's got to put my name.
Jim Carrey.
Well, I was put just Jimmy, but I'm the only Jimmy knows. But
oh boy.
Anyway, that was funny. Well, you're 9 years old. You're stupid.
I didn't do stuff like that.
Once you go to con college, you'll learn how not to get caught.
Con college. That's a new one.
That's Trailer Park Boys.
I tried to watch that. I couldn't get into it.
It's an acquired taste.
This really wasn't my thing.
It's like reliving my childhood.
You don't like Trailer Park Boys? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just don't.
I would say I think the older ones, when Mike Clattenburg was directing them, are better than the new ones that they're putting out now. I mean, I still like the new ones and I watch them, but they're not. The humor was more subtle or like tongue in cheek in the older ones, or now it's just like some of it's like way out there gross, you know. But anyway, whatever. Still.
Yeah, Brandon would be watching it, and I'd walk in the bedroom, and like I'd sit there and watch it for 5-10 minutes, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, what am I doing?"
It's just so stupid. It's funny.
Yeah,
I agree.
Exactly.
Because you know why it's funny is because I know people that act like this. You know, stuff like life, you run across a group of people that act exactly like this, so that's what makes it.
What's wrong with raising marijuana in a trailer park? You know.
Yeah, I guess that is pretty much a plot. Go for it.
I haven't watched all the new ones yet, but the older one, yeah, I like the older ones. I'm not like a huge fan like you are, but yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
I ever did Halloween costume again, I would be a trailer park boy, but then I wouldn't be able to pick one.
Jim is looking for if he finds one close to it, he'll examine it. He's looking for Ricky Houndstooth button-up shirt. You know, the black and white Houndstooth pattern shirt,
Or the Martin shirt,
or the Martin Luther King shirt.
either would be awesome.
And then rent some beat up.
New Yorker with no door on it. A Yorker with no door on it.
I think it's 74. Yeah, now they load it up. It must not be running anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw they built a house over it. I watch it. This is gonna make me sound nuts every night. Usually because I like to play something to fall asleep to, and I usually put Trailer Park Boys on.
Sometimes I go to bed wishing she was watching something else. It's like, oh great, Trailer Park Boys again.
I don't think I could watch Trailer Park Boys every night, but
I can. I skip around seasons. I mix it up.
I could be a good Mr. Leahy.
I take it back. It's a 71.
My favorite season is the season where Ricky is the trailer park supervisor. That is one of my favorite episodes. Anyway.
And Leahy's was a 77, the one that the roof comes off.
Oh yeah.
$4,000. It's for their selling.
yeah, it is one of those. It is one of those shows where it's like, well, I'm never going to get that time back in my life. But
yes,
but it's funny.
definitely.
I mean, I've watched it. You know, it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. When I watched Napoleon Dynamite, my daughter was in love with Napoleon Dynamite. John Heater. She was totally in love with that guy. I was like, great. Now I can imagine what my son-in-law is going to look like. But anyway, she just loved that movie. And when she wanted me to watch it one day, and I watched it, and I was like, "Where's my life? I'll never get back," you know. But then that's the way I kind of feel about Trailer Park Boys. You know, well, I'll never get that time back in my life, but yeah, it's funny. I mean, but I could never watch it like every day.
Like, well, it's my downtime. I'm gonna go be asleep in 20 minutes. So I put Trailer Park Boys on and go to sleep with it on.
I usually don't bother putting anything on because when my head hits the pillow, I am out.
Oh,
Most of the time.
yeah. I put something on for a little bit just because it seems like that I fall asleep just watching something. Anyway, I like to have a little noise in the background.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
I'm eating scrambled eggs and Johnsonville cheddarwurst.
Yeah.
Quick Trip had samples of Johnsonville cheddarwurst, which I've had before, but they just tasted so dang good. I was like, that's what I want for dinner. Well, then we never made it home for dinner last night, so we had to eat at Burger King.
Yeah, that was good, Valerie. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
I was like, eggs? Yeah, that sounds good. And then she threw that other one. I was like, ugh.
I really think that's weird. Cheddarwurst for breakfast.
Oh boy.
I just don't like sausages with cheese in the middle. Jim does. He likes cheese in his sausage.
I'm more of a bratwurst fan than a cheddarwurst fan, but yesterday at Quick Trip, I don't know if it was the way they cooked them or what, but I was like, oh my God, those taste so good. So
we have this smoke shop thing here where they do their own sausages, so their own bratwurst. So I'll get them for Jim, and one of them has mozzarella cheese in it. So Jim likes them, but his Lord Fauntleroy little baby brother, they're at deer hunting season. He's like, oh yeah, I don't like these because I don't like it when the cheese runs down my chin. Anyway. Lord Fauntleroy had his apron on, you know, God. He's got too much cheese on running out of his mouth.
I will not touch that.
Yeah, me too. I'm avoiding that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to.
Yeah. I ain't touching that one either.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Better let it go. Let
Yeah.
it go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Good Lord.
Oh, it worked out really good. Nobody said, "Oh my God, now I know what you guys are talking about." It's blah blah blah. Everybody just is quiet. You don't say anything about it. Then one person's, "Oh wait, now I know what you guys are talking about." Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
I've been watching Army Wives.
I never watched that.
Me neither.
Yeah, we used to watch it, and then we moved out here and didn't have cable, so then we couldn't
What do
watch
they
it.
live on a base?
Huh?
What do they live on a base?
Yeah,
Are the wives living on a military base?
yeah.
Yeah.
An Army base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Hence-
show. Army Wives.
Yeah.
Is it a reality? Is it a reality show?
No,
Oh.
it was a Lifetime drama series.
It's scripted.
Did you just say Lifetime?
Yeah,
Yeah, Jim ain't gonna watch it. He hates the Lifetime network. No,
it was really good though. I mean, it wasn't easy like most Lifetime stuff is. It was really well written, really good.
oh yeah, Jim's first wife. That's what she used to do: is sit and eat Haagen-Dazs and watch Lifetime movies all day. So he has a real bias against the Lifetime network.
Yeah, this ain't like your normal Lifetime show. Anyways, it's on abc.com if you want to check it out.
Oh, Mother's mustache.
She said she never heard anybody else use the
That's
word
from my
Fauntleroy.
dad. My dad would use that one all the time, and then I started using it. I think Tara picked it up for me.
What is
Oh
that?
yeah, Little Lord Fauntleroy. Yeah, my
Little Fauntleroy.
Little Lord Fauntleroy of Fiddly Doo. My dad always talked about him.
Never heard of that.
He'd be like a fancy lad, that's not very manly or that, I don't know how to describe it.
My mom, or not my mom, my dad always used to call me and my sister the Bobbsey twins. And I was like, okay, he goes like, oh, here comes the Bobbsey twins. I'd be like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, then finally, one day in a thrift store or something, I see this old book. It's a kid's book, and they got a whole series of them. It's called the Bobbsey twins. And they're really these two dipstick looking kids. They just look just stupid anyway.
Sums you up.
Yeah. Don't buy them, because they don't sell for anything. They have no value.
My dad would also say Felix Lipshit, or my mom would ask him, who is that on the phone? And he'd be like, Dord Parkenfarker from Parkenfarker Farms.
This is all new to me because I have never heard any of this stuff. Must be
Never
another.
heard of the
Yeah.
Bobbsey twins?
Oh,
Well, I heard of that. Yeah.
That was one of our elementary school readers, along with Dick and Jane and Little Black Sambo, and we had all the good ones.
25 when Todd was going to school wearing knickers yet.
And his paperboy hat.
he probably went to school with little.
They had E's at the ends of a bunch of words that don't have the E's at the ends anymore. Like old.
He probably went to school with Little Lord Fauntleroy.
I went to school with Theodore Cleaver.
Uh-oh.
Did you use an old belt to carry your books?
All right, we sold.
Yeah.
They haven't paid. We sold those pocket door rails for $100, and we have a $200 bid on the hardware. So it'll be $30 off the.
Good job.
Very good.
Wow. Okay, everybody. The move's off. I guess we're staying in this house. Unpack the boxes, kids. We're staying here.
Did y'all ever see that TV show called The Wonder Years?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that was awesome. I used to watch that all the time.
That was my life. I had the older brother who slugged me, and the good-looking girl that lived up the street that never paid me any
Isn't the
attention.
Wonder Years based 70s, Todd? You were a grown man in the 70s.
No, it was based in the
Or is
60s.
Or
Huh?
is it the mid 60s? Is it like Vietnam era?
Yeah.
He's pretty old.
Yeah, it's right around my age period. Yeah.
I thought when you were a kid, Todd, they were still singing ragtime.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Or do you sing like "Hello, my darling, hello, my honey"? Making bathtub gin.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Todd. But your time period would be more like a river runs through us, not one.
Oh my God. I'm cutting you out of my will, Tara.
Damn.
Sister.
Oh, please don't, Todd. My sugar daddy.
Sugar.
Oh, we're evil.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Tara, did you find anything at the thrift store yesterday?
Not really. I bought these. I don't know if they're worth anything. They're a pair of Levi's jeans that they were like 138-year anniversary or 135-year anniversary. So when I did the math, that made it like 2005. So I grabbed them because they were cheap, but nothing. Then I bought myself a chicken plate, so that isn't really for sale. And I bought a couple pieces of clothes for my kid. Nothing great.
Yeah.
They're doing turnover. You know, they had a bag sale and they like bag sailed off the winter stuff, and now they're putting out new stock. So I like to go check it out in case they really bring out something good. But
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I haven't seen it yet.
Thank you very much, Karen, for the jewelry jar.
Oh, you got another jewelry jar?
She got me a good one. Yep. She sure did.
She's hooking you up. Sue the other night said she was looking for a jewelry jar for you too. You have jewelry
Yeah.
coming out of your freaking ears.
I know
it. I just don't know enough about jewelry to do that.
Well,
it
that's
looks
the
like
thing.
fun.
I'm learning. You know, I'm
Yeah.
learning just by looking at it. I got it on my desk, so if I have a minute, you know, I can go through it and stuff. I mean, I've already been through it once, but
Well, go watch.
I keep
go
going
watch
through
Angie
it.
Martin and stuff. You learn a lot from her.
I don't have no time to watch nobody. I mean, you know, I really don't. I will whenever I have time, but and yeah, even Karen says I need to go on that jewelry detective or whatever.
Yeah.
Talk to those gals.
We threw all these Chevrolet hubcaps in the metal pile. You know, we're clearing them. But we had grabbed some earlier that day, and then we found a bunch of other ones. So we threw the other ones out, but Tara had listed a handful of them. Well, of course, those sold right away. So now I got to go out to the junk pile or whatever and dig out the rest of these hubcaps to sell them. We screwed up. So if you have old dog dish Chevrolet hubcaps, they do sell.
I didn't do it, Ansley.
She said you did.
I did not do it. I promise. I did not do it.
Is there? I wonder if there's is there a vacation mode on Macari?
You
I don't know.
Don't know.
That's beyond my pay grade.
The next week, I may not be around much.
Okay.
Yeah,
My dad has
daddy
surgery
surgery.
Monday, so
Oh.
my dad has a surgery Monday for his knee.
Hmm.
Just so you know, it's not you guys. I just won't
It's
be
not.
around much
It's
probably.
not you. It's me.
It's really me, honest. It's really not
Hmm.
Here you go, Valerie. I'm gonna put something in the chat.
you. And there won't be on my show next week either.
Aw. What are we gonna do on Tuesday night?
I know, right?
Valerie will have to have a show.
Tara will have to have a listing party.
Yeah.
No, I don't do live shows. Remember, Valerie?
Oh, well, it's a good
No.
way to start.
I can give you my password. You guys can have a show if you want.
No, I don't do live shows. I will participate in your live show, but I'm not doing your live show.
Do a live show.
Oh, great!
Yeah, they're just bringing
No.
Sally.
Huh?
I just brought up Macari.
Why not says you have to deactivate all items for vacation.
I have to what?
You have to deactivate all your items for
Oh,
vacation.
okay.
Yeah. I just put that in the thing.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I didn't know.
I just
Yeah,
put
this
the
weekend
I
I'm
just put the
home.
steps down in the chat.
I'm gonna set on Sunday night, or maybe Sunday night. I'm gonna set all my items to 5-day handling time, just in case I can't get home or something to get my stuff.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
I'll
that's
be
good
down
to
in
know.
Twin Cities for a couple days.
On my page, selling the edit at the bottom right corner.
So I got the wrong one. I got like position.
Top right corner.
That's what I said.
I thought you said bottom.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I said.
Okay.
But no, I'm not finished. I'm still
All right. Have a good day, Amelia. See you next time.
Bye, Amelia.
Have a great
Hi,
day.
Amelia. I gave you a thumbs up.
Hi,
to the
Alana.
Everybody should give thumbs up. Hi, Alana. I feel like I haven't seen her in a while.
And I don't think she was here yesterday.
I have to give the show a thumbs down. I didn't like my comments.
Nice.
I didn't like the stuff I was saying.
Just because we have no drama here.
Top right corner.
It's Jim's fault, Bridget.
Rio Mama.
Oh, my doctor's appointment and stuff. Yeah,
We could
I missed you.
generate some drama.
She's been watching the replays, but she had doctor's appointments and stuff this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a drama. We could do a live show. I could critique every Lifetime show that's ever on. You know, whatever was on the news for Lifetime, I could critique each show. That would definitely be drama.
Well, this Army Wives is a good show. Don't discount it for being a
There you go.
lifetime.
See, it already started, and I've never even seen Army Wives. Already begun. Nor better yet, what Joy Behar and Jim agreed with today on The View. Not this, not this, not this either.
I don't like Joy Behar. I don't like her.
Okay, we got 2 bags of popcorn to package. Where are they?
There's plenty of drama out there.
That is so weird. I can't find anything.
I mean, it shows about deployment, Iraq, and all that. It's a really good show. I like it. It lasted 7 seasons. I'm on season 4. Spew. Anissa, I like your new name. When did you change your name?
It must have been just today, I think.
Oh.
Let's see. Sell? Not sell.
Yeah. Well, I told you buy giant size. You bought family size. I've got something controversial for you.
We don't usually post a Google Hangout link. We usually, if somebody wants to be in a Hangout, we send it to them private message.
Walmart used to sell giant size Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now the biggest box they sell is family size. And it's much smaller. And we eat it way too quick. That makes me mad. Oh my God, why didn't you buy that?
I didn't think it was possible.
Oh, Tard just told me now they're shrink wrapping together 2 family size boxes. I'm like, why didn't you buy that?
I didn't think you could keep 7 boxes through.
Yeah, that's all I'm finding, Hank, is just I didn't even see the deactivate. Let me see. Look on my phone. See if I can do it on my phone.
What kind of dog are you? Are you getting that lazy? Oh, there she goes. Here, I'll get it for you, Willow. Hold on.
Selling. Okay, I found it now. Okay, that works. I can do that.
I can do magic.
Have you got a bird, Todd?
What?
Have you got a bird?
No.
I thought you just like a cockatiel or something.
That was my squeaky ass chair.
Oh, okay. I thought we were on Pete's channel or something with the parrot.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I need to get a new chair sometime.
So you can take that chair out to your yard sale and sell it, and then you can get a new chair.
No, I don't buy new.
Oh.
I'll wait until I can find one at a
or new to you
discount. Yeah. Because my ass don't need anything special.
Hold on for the commercial grade ones. They hold up a lot better. Yeah. You know, because they make the ones you just buy like at Shopko or some of those office chairs, they don't hold up at all. But if you can hold off to like those ones with the metal ring around the bottom, those usually are the commercial version. Those really hold up good.
Yeah.
And now I sit in that big plastic hand, so I don't have a office chair. I just sit in the hand. Cradles
I'm
my
going to
butt.
rummage sale for a little bit. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Look.
Hank, that's what happened whenever we have humidity. I can make my hair just fluff. Just like it just gets like the more I do that, the bigger it gets. It just fluffs.
I just had a Cool Toads flashback.
Looks like they're doing really good ever since their move. Cool Toads.
Oh, are they, he was doing some kind of like unboxing of baseball cards or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's back in the YouTube game, just in the sports part of it. Yeah. But it looks like they're doing pretty good. I mean, they bought a nice house, and now they're thinking about doing rentals. And they moved to Missouri.
The purple
Yeah,
ones, I think. Let me look.
I think they moved near Springfield.
I think she got two of the
they're doing really
purple
good.
ones.
Looks like.
Oh, that's good. He's a pretty nice guy.
Which is great, because they were doing so harsh shit over there in California, and it seems like this move really is.
Did she?
Really helped them out. Yeah, they're nice. They're just nice people. So yeah, it's nice to see that they're doing better.
That's the thing about California. If you want to get out of there,
I think she offered me another one.
It is so hard to get. It's so hard to get out of there.
Too sweet and called Petacorn Purple.
He was on a show with Chad a few weeks ago. Oh, cool.
She just offered me another one. So maybe she could pay for that one too.
For what?
2 bags.
2 bags of what?
Popcorn. Hold on.
So she wants 4 bags instead of 2. Well, then I can't use this. I can't use this box because it's only.
I muted Sally.
Like that sausage? Yeah, I never saw that. I'll have to go look. I like Cool Toads. I miss his channel.
8 a.m. Let the listing begin.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll have to go look for him. I always liked him.
Yeah. Picker's Church, yeah. Yeah, I like Cool Toads. Good guy.
He used to do a lot of stuff with Walking Picker. And he also used to do a show with the guy that used to collect military stuff, and then he opened his own surplus store like in North Carolina. I forgot
Eric?
his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Castle?
Castle.
Yeah.
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 See, that's the weird thing about me is I don't know how I remembered his name. I don't know anything about him. I've never watched a video of him. It's just a name that is in my head. Weird.
Actually, Eric Castle, he used to have kind of a good little show. He had a military collecting show, which I would watch, but then he had another like collecting kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
He used to have an antique dealer from California on there, which I totally forgot that guy's name. And another person.
Is it California Picker? Yeah.
No, it's a different name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he wore like glasses and he had an antique booth, and I totally forgot his name. I can see his face, but I forgot his name.
Oh, I thought it was Drew.
He might have been
I
on there
like him.
too, but this other guy was on there a lot.
I like Drew. I like the way he talks. I like Drew.
Here, you don't see him around as much anymore, unless I'm just not watching as many things. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's not out on people's shows, but he puts out videos.
Yeah.
Not as much as he used to, but he does do it. Hi, Swag Maven. Did you guys get snow last night, Tara? We got snow.
No, it rained all night. It really
Yeah, but-
melted the snow down. We got rain all night, which
We
is
probably
fine.
got about an inch of snow.
I'd rather have rain than snow. I'm hoping that snow misses us.
How many guys are on Scott's morning show now? I don't know. I haven't watched that the last couple shows.
Well, sometimes my gym is there, and then you have the usual Dusty Eric Scott crew, and then there's that Steve Elkhorn is on there.
Yeah.
I don't watch that show. Not that I don't watch it because I don't. That's right when I'm getting Brandon off to school. So.
I hear water hitting my air conditioner, so things must be melting out there.
I think it's supposed to be like 43 here today. I mean, it's cloudy, it's overcast, and we got a lot of rain last night, but it's not really cold outside.
It's 68 degrees right now.
Oh, well, la-di-da.
I'm like, yes, yes, finally.
It's 67 here in our house.
It's gonna be like 43 today, ain't it?
And cold and rain.
Jim thinks, well, hey, it could be snow. Nikki got an inch of snow last night.
Oh man, yeah, all our snow's gone. I mean, it's melting like very fast.
Here too.
We got
Not all of it.
In our yard.
Everything's muddy and wet. It's ugly outside.
Yeah, we're muddy here too. Oh,
The dog poop is poking up through the snow.
yeah.
You know that time of year when the snow melts and then you realize all the dog poop from all winter long in your yard?
Well, when there's enough snow where you can easily see it, then you can step around it. But what's happening now is you're getting these big patches of mud, so you can't see the landmine. It's mixed in with the regular dirt.
Yeah. It all looks the same now.
I stole 4 bags of popcorn.
Good.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh.
Did you get it on clearance?
Yeah, they were 99 cents a piece at my store.
I'm in your town at the movie theater right now. Can you deliver this popcorn?
Yeah, I'm a popcorn pimp. That's all right.
There you go. It's popcorn. Yeah.
That's what Hank called
That's
me.
an interesting name.
Oh my God! There's your merch right there. Oh boy! Just the clothing and stuff you could sell the merchandise, even if you didn't sell any popcorn.
Popcorn pimp.
Yeah, merch that.
Popcorn pimping. There you go.
Oh man, like if you ran a gourmet popcorn stand, you know, like these people that sell like popcorn, you call yourself the popcorn pimp. You could sell popcorn pimp t-shirts, coffee mugs, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
the city would shut you down.
Why? It's popcorn.
They're always hard on those street vendors anyway. They totally bust you.
Mother's Mustache says, I think I've solved the mystery of crime-riddled South. Y'all help me. Is violent crime and murderers every day in the freezing states? I think only warm states. I don't know.
Look at Chicago, and it's cold in Chicago.
Yeah. I think it's all around.
Yeah.
I will say one thing we don't have here, though, is nobody sleeps in the park. You don't have a bunch of people in the underpass because the cold weather freezes them out. So you do see stuff in the South. Like I'll see guys walk around like pushing a shopping cart. They're wearing clothes that they've probably been wearing for the last 6 months, you know, and they, you know, their hair's all rat's nest or whatever with burrs and stuff, burdocks in it. You just never see anything like that here because they just wouldn't make it. In the wintertime, they'd freeze.
Yeah.
It's too much of a, they could go to the library or something, but I mean, doing that every day, it's just a pain in the neck. It's just easier if you're going to be, I hate to say it, if you're going to be a vagrant, it's a lot easier to do it in a southern state.
Yeah.
The vagrants are the only criminals, but there is, I mean, they are a factor, and there's a reason you're a drifter.
Yeah, we don't have like people standing by our Walmarts, like holding signs or, you know.
And I'll say I've never had this happen to me up here, but like every time I go like drive to Florida or Georgia or whatever, I'll be at a gas station and I'll be hit up like somebody trying to get gas off me or get me to buy their gas. And I've never had that happen up like in this part where I live, but I have it happen down there. I would say at least once every trip.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it happen a couple times here.
You would never have a person who couldn't pay for their gas ask you, even if they really needed it, even if they were not a panhandler and they just were like some bad emergency, they would find somebody they knew to help them. They would not go to a stranger and make that ridiculous a request. I mean, it's just happen. There's no hustling like that here.
Right.
The first time it happened to me, I was standing there looking at him like, what? Yeah. I'm like, no. And then I always go, well, no, I don't have any money. I'm poor. And I always look poor, so I could always lie. I can always fall for, oh, yeah, obviously she is poor. Look at her.
I used to get that a lot at truck stops.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Did you ever have anyone knock on your door, Nikki?
Yep.
While you were sleeping?
Yep, I had a lot lizard knock on my door one night, and I said no. I said I'm not interested. I'm married, and she's like, oh, I'll do him too. You know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, well, my husband. No, thanks. You know, my husband's in the truck stop, and she's like, oh, well, we'll wait. I'll do him too. And I'm like, no, thanks. Get the hell out of here, you pig.
You will do nothing but go away.
Yeah.
Hank says every time he says lot lizard, I crack up so bad.
I used to put a sticker. I had a sticker on my window, on my door, on that bottom window on a semi's door on the passenger side, and it had a lizard in a dress, in a skanky dress, and it had a circle around it with a line through it.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Ever since that happened.
We were coming back from Florida and we were in Georgia, and it's probably about 2:00 in the morning, and I'm about half hour, 40 minutes south of Atlanta, and I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom so I don't have to stop when I get like into Atlanta. So I always pick like Pilots or Flying J's because I figure they're well lit and there's usually enough people around them even in the middle of the night. I gotta go to the bathroom. I pull in. I go to the bathroom. Jim's out in the truck. Brandon's sleeping in the back seat. Jim's in the back of the pickup truck in his luggage. He's gonna grab a pair of long pants. We're dressed like we've just come out of Florida. It's getting kind of cold. So anyway, this guy comes up to Jim. Oh man, you wouldn't believe what happened. I went home. I called my old lady, sleep with somebody else, and I don't need any money. I just need some gas. If you just run your credit card And Jim's like, yeah, we don't have any money. I don't even know if we're gonna make it home to Wisconsin. You know, he goes on this. The guy's kind of looking at him
We
weird.
got these statues.
We have
We got a stainless steel grill, some concrete statues.
a rearing concrete horse in the back of this pickup
We got
truck.
all this stuff in the back of the truck. He's like, look at the stuff in the back of the truck. Oh, yeah, we got no money. Now, I'm digging in the toolbox because my pants are in there, and if I can find my pants, I know at least I got a pocket knife for my pants.
This guy's big too. He's like big, like the actor from the Green Mile, the big guy, you know.
Oh, well, he wasn't.
I mean, he's like bodybuilder, you know. Like, I mean, he would probably crush Jim's
He
head.
looked like how I built like sugar.
Oh my god. So anyway, another person pulls up with like a Cadillac Escalade or something or whatever, and he goes to go talk to that guy. The guy just takes off away from the gas pumps and leaves. So meanwhile, I come walking out. Jim's sitting in the truck. He had bought a machete at the Florida flea market. He's got his machete across his lap. And I come up to the truck. He goes, "Can we get the F out of here?" I'm like, "What? Is it getting sketchy out here?" He holds the machete up because, "Is this sketchy enough for you?"
Well, anyway, then tell what happened. What we saw when we left.
It was some kind of like jail sign or penitentiary, wasn't it? And I can't even remember what
it was.
city.
Something security. It was medium level security or something. It wasn't maximum. It wasn't minimum. I thought it said like medium level security facility. I don't know whatever the name of the town was or whatever they're pulling out. It's right across the street from this truck stop.
Oh,
yeah, this guy could have just busted out of there.
Yeah.
So he don't even because where's his car? The guy's asking me for gas for his car, and he walked up to the guy with the Escalade, asked him for gas, to get his car. But honestly, I never did see the dude have a car. So I'm wondering when you pull out the credit card and go to put gas, or tell him, you'll do the credit card thing or whatever, he's going to conk you on the head and take your truck,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't got gas because he ain't got a vehicle. He's going to have yours pretty soon.
He's gonna have your vehicle.
Yep.
Anyway.
Fill her up.
And that's the other thing from his end. I mean, you got somebody who's scared, who's not. Maybe he is just a panhandler, but I don't do that. I mean, I could hurt the guy, thinking he's robbing me or something. I mean, it's bad for everybody involved. It's like, dude, he's a totally able-bodied person, very articulate in his speech. Just go find a job. I mean, I understand people can't take care of themselves, but dude, he could definitely work. I mean, just go get a job so you can buy your own stuff. Where it said it. When I was 11 years old, I wanted my own stuff. I went out and got a job.
No, there's a mustache. So if you're coming from Florida, make Locust Grove your pee stop. Usually we come up out of Florida and then we'll stop at Valdosta and gas up and then go to the bathroom and stuff or whatever. But wherever is middle of the night, I had to go to the bathroom, and it's just one of those things.
Yeah. It's true, Pick with Joy.
I have bought gas for people, like that were just, they were just having a hard time. You can tell, that they were it was just not their day.
Right.
So, I'd give them a couple of dollars for gas or whatever to get them, if it could get them 15 miles out of town where they needed to go.
Yeah. I don't want to sound cold.
This dude was a pro.
Yeah.
He had the whole lingo down. I mean, he's got the step and fetch it story.
No, I totally know what you're talking about. I mean, yeah.
And it wasn't his first time asking for.
If somebody was like here and said, "Oh man, you know what? I lost my wallet. Could you just give me some?" I would do it. My thing is, like, when I'm out of state like that, and maybe I can't judge your character real good. I'm worried, like, I got my baby with me. If you clonk me on the head or something like that, I just don't want to take any chances.
I got Brandon in the backseat of the truck. Right? But if somebody ever I'm worried about that one.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I mean, and I don't give it to everybody who asks because I see that too, I just, I can kind of read people, and I know when you're, trying to sell me a piece of crap.
Yeah.
You know, or if you just spent all your money on drugs and
Yeah.
you're high out of your mind and
Yeah,
like,
they come up
sorry,
to you
dude.
and they're just real jivey sounding. Like I had a guy. They just sound like they're making up a story. I'm just like, yeah, I don't have any money. Sorry, I'm poor.
Yeah.
Well, it's a numbers game too. It's like telemarketing. You put the touch on. Most people are not going to give you anything. But if you hit a couple hundred people and 20 of the 10%, 20 people give you money, you had a good day.
Well, and the other thing is, some people just give you money to make you go away. They're like, oh my God, this is so worth $10 if I don't have to deal with this person. They just go away.
Yeah.
Creepy Dennis. I mean, he would come like, begging for money. Sometimes I would just give him $2 so he would go away. I was like, it was worth it for him just to go away.
Oh, that's dumb.
Well, you weren't there, and I'm on my own. I'm like, if this will make this person go away, it's totally worth it.
That's why you don't feed pigeons. Okay. You don't feed a pigeon because next thing you know, you have 30 pigeons.
Karen said I'm a generous hippie at heart. I mean, I've been there, Yeah. I lived when I lived in Washington with my first husband. It was, sometimes we were down on our luck, and there was a point to where we were living in a shelter. It was high end though. It was like a high end shelter. It was crazy, but like it, it had everything we needed in there, like a kitchenette. It had a bed and it had a couch.
Yeah.
And like that, basically it was very small, but they were like brand new. It was like a brand new shelter. And so like you weren't even allowed to stay there in the daytime. You had to be out like looking for a permanent place to live.
Right.
So
refresh it on your thing. It'll come back up. YouTube's doing that. I don't know why.
So from I guess
they have to refresh it. YouTube is doing this. I don't know what's going on, but it was doing it last night. I was watching something.
Oh, that's weird.
What is it doing?
It goes video interrupted and it just shows static. But then if you hit
just the refresh
back, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's doing that on mine too.
It's something with YouTube.
It's got something to do with Zuckerberg.
Maybe. There you are. There it is. Yeah, but it was weird. It was a weird shelter because you couldn't stay there in the daytime. So we just would in the daytime we were just like, looking for a permanent place to live, and then we would be able to go there at like noon or 1 or something. But it kind of sucked because we worked nights. And so we worked all night, and then we had to stay awake and, go look for other places to live, like until noon or 1.
Yeah, that's how I remember when I lived in Milwaukee. Like, because in the winter, the homeless people would all sit in the public library because they would get kind of like pushed out of the shelter during the day, but then they could come back in at like, I think like the soup kitchen would have been like 2. They go to there, and then they could go over to the shelter at 4 again because they couldn't just stay there, so they had to go somewhere else or whatever. Yeah, I felt bad for them.
And in the city, the cost of living is a lot higher too. I mean, in rural areas, you can usually find a place to rent and stuff a lot cheaper than you can in a city. So that's the other problem is it's housing costs.
Yep.
It's hard to find a place to stay. It's hard to you're working, but it's hard to make enough to afford what the price of housing is.
Well, look at probably if you like live in New York, I mean, you're probably paying at least $2,500 for rent or more. But here, you can rent a place for $500 a month.
I had a real sketchy guy I rented from when I lived in another town. This is when I was managing the store, and he didn't have any regular rental apartments available, but because he had some kind of government grant where he had to have half the places were low income housing. So what he did was, he's like, well, "What's your income?" I said, "What's this?" He goes, "Oh yeah, that's not going to work." He goes, "Oh, but you get a clothing allowance, right?" I'm like, "No, I don't get anything like that." He looks at me and he goes, "No, you get a clothing allowance, right?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I guess I do." "Okay, we're gonna put that as down as this, and we're gonna put this as some other thing you get that's a benefit, not pay income, and that'll get your income down to this. And I'm gonna get you into one of these." I'm like, "Well, okay, 2-bedroom apartment." Well, still, so this was I was on the poor. He put me in at the poor people rate because it was the only way he could rent to me. And he wanted to get me as a renter. It was still $600 a month.
Yeah.
The person who's not, I mean, yeah, it's real at minimum wage or whatever, around or buck over minimum. Yeah, that's $600 a month rent is hard to make.
Yeah.
So I mean, even for people with, even with assisted housing and stuff, it's still tough.
Yeah.
And that was in a place that I would not call super expensive cost of living. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of places where the same apartment, even at low income housing, would still run like $1,200. So that's a problem, but don't live in the city.
Right.
Get out of the city. If you're in the city, get out.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people can't get out of that,
Well, that's true.
They just, it takes money to move, so like, even if you're, in a place where you feel like, oh, I need to get out of here and, go somewhere else where,
Well, even like during those
I can
disasters,
survive.
people leave. They're like, well, those people should have left. They should have picked up and left. Some of these people
Yeah.
just don't have the money to get out of
You
where they're
can't.
at.
Yeah.
Even with disaster. Yeah. Sometimes people don't.
You're not an asshole, Hank. Jeez. Alana, my sales have been all right. I've been getting a couple here and there. Not super, but I haven't been listing super either. So, yeah. Just about as much as Hank. I mean, it's like, you get a couple here and there, and I've been changing my stuff around and,
I've been getting enough to get by, and that's about it. Nothing exciting.
Yeah.
It's been real like spiky, and usually we're like consistent. But even also, it'll be like we'll have a big day, and then the next day we'll sell $30 worth. I mean, last year at this time, I mean, even though usually April's slow, we didn't have like that big a variation. We were always always around a certain number. It is kind of weird right now.
That is the sucky month.
Yeah, and April is typically one of
Historically
our
for us, it is
suckier
a
months.
sucky month. April and August. April's the worst though. April's always our worst month.
Yeah, I know, but it's been really weird lately. I mean, it's not just slow; it's just been weird. I don't know how to explain it.
12, 11, 6.
It's like they're changing something because, like, things that have always worked aren't working anymore. It seems.
Well,
like.
maybe trending inventory too. I mean, I would check what's trending. Do a search of vintage, and then look at what's trending. What's actually selling.
Yeah.
Because like we just did that antique door hardware, which we thought, oh yeah, this should do okay. It's worth taking off the doors, and it looks like we're gonna pull $300 out of this door hardware, which was a bunch of doors we were just taking to the burn pile.
Yeah.
We questioned whether or not it was worth the time to take the hardware off. We're just gonna throw these doors on the burn pile and burn them because we're sick of looking at them.
Yeah, and I couldn't get Jim to take the hardware off.
because I'm lazy.
Oh, I know you are. Oh my God. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think, like how Jim said something about an eBay rep saying that they were changing the algorithms and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
eBay rep said that?
Yeah.
What did I say?
About the
Really?
algorithm thing.
What was I right?
Was it
Yeah,
you?
I just said that the
You,
other day.
Jim? You said,
Oh yeah, the lady at customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, well, I said, well, you could improve that robot, so it would stop forbidden messages coming in from buyers wanting contact information. I get in trouble because that person just asks me. I mean, it would be like if a guy asks her to do, it's like, well, it's not her fault this weirdo asked her something. She was minding her own business. Guy comes out of nowhere and asks her an obscene question or something. Well, that's how I feel as a seller. I'm minding my own business, selling my pickup only item, and this buyer comes out of left field and provides me his contact information, and then eBay's on me about it. It's like, hey, I can't get jerk. So anyway, but then when in that conversation, the lady said, well, they'll probably work on that, getting that better, but right now, because they're changing up the algorithms, they're busy with that for the spring rollout, is what she said.
And I think it's like, kind of messing with people's cells a little bit, maybe. And, like, because we're doing everything the way that we usually do it. And, maybe that's not what is, maybe it's not what the algorithm wants, the one that they're, changing it to or whatever.
Well, that's what I said the other day, that I figured that they're changing something in the algorithm or something, because it's just weird right now. And the last time I remember sales being like this was when they brought out Cassini.
Yeah.
So it's feeling a lot more like that, is what it feels like. And that's why I said the other day, I think they're going to come out with a new algorithm or something going. They're doing something.
I'm really trying to, like, kind of change it up. Like, if I put something on buy it now, I'm doing it without best offer. And then I'll list something and I'll put best offer on it.
At least 500 on the longest side.
I'm just like,
they're probably
trying to
changing things up so that if you're not using promoted listings and you're not using things that are charging you extra money, they're probably changing it up so that you're not getting in the big search results,
Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing? It does feel like that though when they rolled out Cassini.
Cindy says she's killing it right now.
Oh yeah,
it is.
I'll take the screen. I'll come up with a screen, take pictures of.
All right.
So I'm back to screwing up. I just had that 1 minute where I did something right now.
Yeah, it's all messed up. It's all.
Mike says, I always look at the percentage of completed listings to the sold listings to get an idea of sell-through rate. Then I take the current listings and divide it by the sold to see how fast they go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I don't know. That's kind of too much math for me.
See, like Sunday I did 250, which is down for me a little bit. Monday I did 228, but then Tuesday I did $21. What the F? Then yesterday I did 215, and now today I'm at 137. But those are numbers that, like, usually I like to be in that 300 range, 2.5 to 3. So my numbers are a little bit down. So they're out, but Tuesday $21. I mean, it's just really weird for me. Anyway.
Well, that's what I said the other day. I mean, something is like way off in eBay right now. It's weird. Very weird.
Oh, so you're saying you could blow the slide up and then take a picture of your computer screen?
Yeah, I'll just take a picture of my computer screen.
All
They're
right.
gonna be jerks. Why does everything have to be so hard? That's it.
And Cindy's killing it. Well, that's awesome.
Me too, Anissa. If I have a $60 day, I'm fine with that.
Well, it's fine to have a $60 day, but when you're used to having $200 to $400 days, then it really.
Well,
Well, and like our situation is, this is our only income. Jim don't have a job. I don't have a job, so that's why, yes, I like to be in that range because there is no other job. There's no other income coming in.
yeah, because like this morning, I spent money on an online auction buying computer stuff. So it's like every day, it's not only it's like, oh, you make money. Well, you don't get to keep all that. I mean, because every day you're spending money. So if your spending is sort of at a certain rate, your income needs to be at a certain rate to match that spending. You hopefully exceed it. You know. So when you're if you got a day when, oh, great, we just sourced and spent $200. Oh, great, we took in $21. Okay, well, that very rapidly that will turn into a situation that does not work.
Yeah. Yeah, when I had my big stores, my big number of listings, I used to, I could go out and spend $400 because I knew I would make it up in a day or two. You know, no problem.
If you come home and you find out you spent $400 and you maybe make $100 off that $400 worth of stuff that you spent, plus you get shipping costs and your store fees and your other, and then your normal incidentals like utilities and your fuel and all those other things. When your income gets constricted, you feel it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I will say April for us is usually not a good month, but I will tell you May is always a pretty good month for us. So it's right around the corner.
I'm not rubbing anybody's feet with $100 purchase. That's what Hank said.
Oh my gosh! So how often does YouTube drop this now?
Oh yeah, it did it again.
I don't know what's going on. It did it on a couple of videos I was watching yesterday.
Yeah, it did. I was watching something live and it did it yesterday.
And I was like, that's really weird.
Well, I guess, is YouTube Facebook? Oh no, Google's Facebook. Or Google is YouTube. Okay, so Facebook's not really connected to YouTube. Because now go ahead.
This just tells you not to put all your eggs in one basket. Cross posting and stuff should be something that should be a priority, because with whatever changes are coming or whatever they're doing right now, I mean, we just can't. It's not a dependable system anymore. It's as dependable as it was before.
Right. Yep. Very true.
And some of that might be because there are so many other apps and stuff out there. People are buying on Facebook Marketplace where they can just go pick up their stuff, go get it the same day or whatever. Other apps like Macari and Poshmark and Let Go and Offer Up and stuff, all that has to do with it too,
It's rummage sale season in a lot of parts of the U.S., so unless it's like more like specialized stuff that people are specifically looking for. I mean, you do have people out spending money other ways too.
Yeah. And the thing is that it would be nice if eBay would fill us in on some of the back end stuff. Like we're changing things right now. So, it would just be nice if they would let us know some of the things that they do so that we can figure out how to change our business to match what they're doing. But they're so secretive about everything because they're so worried that somebody's going to blow up at them or something, and it just would be nice if they're like, hey, we're working on the system. Sales may be slow right now or something, or I don't know, say something, not just nothing, you know?
Yeah, let us know what's going on, actually, instead of trying to hit around on what we should be doing. Tell us exactly what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, oh, you should do.
Then again, you just think about what other sellers say. I mean, how they scream the sky is falling and they go way out of proportion about stuff. So you can kind of see why they don't let us in on some of the stuff either, because they would probably have a handful.
I don't know.
They would probably have their hands
I think they
full with
should be
people telling them.
completely honest with us, to tell you the truth, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're probably just like an experiment at Harvard Business School or something. They created this whole fake eBay thing just to see, and then they like tweak, okay, class, today we're going to do this to those eBay people and see what happens. See how they read.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That would be totally messed up.
Morning, Valerie. You're welcome.
I have not talked to her since she's been on vacation.
What do you mean?
She just got back.
Did she?
Yeah, and now she's going again.
Oh.
She's
leaving again?
Yeah, she's gonna go. They're gonna go camping at some canyon.
Oh.
Hey, they got this travel trailer. They're gonna make the best of it.
That's good.
Pouring myself a tab.
Yep.
I have Instagram, but I think I'm already following you, Pickle Joy.
I have
Instagram.
You can add me.
I have Instagram too.
Janet,
I never know what to put on there.
Little Kelly girl.
Choke Canyon, going fishing. That's what she's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget we're having the back-to-back listing challenge this weekend. So having a challenge on Saturday and on Sunday. 2 separate ones. So get your stuff ready for that. Yeah, she was on the listing party last night. We had a little one. It wasn't that little. I mean, we were going for, I think we went until like 10:30.
Yeah.
I think I got off at 8.
Yeah. 10 o'clock. Why not?
I could rescan them, but
yeah, it starts 10 o'clock Central Time in the morning. It goes until 6. No, we're not gonna do that. We ain't doing the 24-hour thing. No.
Okay.
That was rough. That was real rough.
Who said that?
Hank said, "Oh, I thought you meant nonstop, straight through both days."
Oh.
No. I got a birthday party Saturday for the grandbaby, so I might hit y'all up Sunday. Sounds good. Yep.
I thought we were getting hit up for presents. I'm like, oh boy.
Well, I just got a sale.
Good. On eBay?
Yeah.
eBay. Yeah, I'm gonna get some listings up on some more onto Macari, and actually, when I was going through the closet, I found a bunch of stuff that I can sell. So I'm gonna look through that and see if there's anything that I want to put on today. So
Oh, okay.
I think it's just these single.
Okay, Bridget, that sounds good. Yep, the more you get done, the happier you are. That's
I figure that
Get in
was
That's
there
a
and
good way
bite
to
the deal,
go.
people.
Yeah, I would say definitely Karen's at the beach. I would definitely get your listings up over there if you can. Um,
She just
you
wants to
know,
pay
like
$3.50 for the other 2 bags instead of the $10.20.
just like Tara said, that the more you got, the more what how did she put it? The more
Lines
lines in the water. Yeah,
you hook the fish
absolutely.
they're on.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, you have a better chance of getting sales. Copy and
Yep.
paste. Yep. Save those pictures and put them right over there. I mean, it's easy as pie, really.
Well, cross posting, the easiest way to do it is to do it while you're listing that. While you're listing it on eBay,
Right.
cross post it on the other sites. A lot easier than going back.
Yeah. I don't know how many she's got over there, but I wouldn't be surprised if she had 1,000 on Macari. She's a fast lister, you know. I'm gonna pay a Filipino
There you go.
to cross list. You're never gonna let that one down. Or they're not ever gonna let that one down on you. Um, the cross list items on my other platforms. Well,
No,
pay
dude,
somebody, I
careful,
guess.
Julia.
Oh, the flaming hot ones. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's one thing I'm going to work on today. So, yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot to do, but everything will get done in time. So, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
All
I
right.
hope I hope everybody has a great day, and I just figured out Jim's laugh reminds me of Barney Rubble.
Info persona reminds me of Bernie.
There you go. Oh my God. No, we didn't sell those Cheetos. I threw mine away. Took my listing down. Like, no, no, no. Anyway, we'll see y'all later, and hope everybody has a great day. Get some sales, get some listings up, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye now. Find the button.